Yo, what up, Lucid Crew? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Lucid Rob, and today we're going to look at videos from all over the internet, looking at things that we shouldn't be looking at, learning things that they don't want us to learn, and probably getting the attention of some higher-up people that we probably don't want the attention of. But you know what? They should have told us. They should be telling us what's going on so we don't have to try to figure the shit out ourselves. So, I don't feel bad. FBI guy in the van, fuck you, dog. Let's get into it. Man, that is the scariest thing in the world to me. Over bugs, spiders specifically, over ghosts, over aliens coming and zapping us, stealing us and probing us. Nah, the ocean, man. The ocean is the scariest thing in the world to me. It is terrifying. It is incredibly intimidating. It is so big. No. Nope. I can't do it, man. I live like 3 streets away from the beach too, here in where I live, and
What the heck is going on with OpenAI? First they say, we're pausing the new GPT Plus signups for a bit. The surge in usage post-dev day has exceeded our capacity and we want to make sure everyone has a great experience. And then the next thing you know, he says, I love you all. Today was a weird experience in many ways. But one unexpected was that it's being like sort of reading your own eulogy while you're still alive. So then I'm like, what the heck is going on? And sure enough, OpenAI announces new leadership transition. In a statement from the board of directors, OpenAI was deliberately structured to advance our mission. The board no longer has confidence in his ability to continue leading OpenAI.
Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with OpenAI. That whole thing is wild. I mean, AI, I use it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I use ChatGPT for some shit. Being a copywriter and stuff, it definitely helps come up with different selling angles and shit for things when I run out of ideas. But overall, it's a terrifying thought. How far AI has come publicly in the last few years, let alone, you know, how far it's gone and where it's at and what it's developed from behind the scenes, right? The stuff that we're not seeing. It's crazy, man. I don't know where this shit's going.
Okay, what the I don't have, okay gang, I don't know what I'm looking at here. This is over the trees in my backyard right now. You can hear the crickets and stuff, the cars going by. What the hell is that? Holy
damn, man. So that video was sent by one of our Discord members. Somebody that watches the channel actually took that video on their property, and along with it, a bunch of photos and another video. I won't say their name on here because I don't know if they want me to. But if you want to see more of what this person is sharing, it's pretty crazy. The fact they're seeing this shit all the time on their property and like sharing pictures and videos with us in Discord. So if you want to check it out, the link to the Discord is down in the description. It's free to join, just join, and you can check these out in the video submissions channel, along with a bunch of other crazy shit that the Lucid Crew is sharing. So
they hide the real fifth element. It's called ether. Ether is the base of all physical matter, also known as spirit or aether. It's a substance that connects the astral to the physical world. It's on either side, which is why the word together has ether in it, because it joins the 2 dimensions. Ether or spirit is always on the top because it's the most important element. They've demonized the middle finger because the middle finger is the etheric element. The ether gives birth to the other 4 elements. It's the base of all physical matter. The elements not only correspond with the body and the fingers, they correspond with your skull. Elements always go in this order. Earth at the bottom, water sits on top of the earth, which is water going in the mouth. Air goes through the nose because we breathe. Fire goes through the eyes, which is light. Spirit is the third eye, ether. Ether is the only element symbol with a circle. Circles are eternal, no beginning, no end. Skull is a circle because it holds the spirit, the ether. Word element has El meaning God, ment meaning mind, God mind. Elements only exist within our mind because our mind is being projected into this simulation. The link is in the bio for the Book of Wisdom PDF. It gets updated every month with new pages.
So this guy's videos get shared a lot, and it's really interesting. Like, a lot of the stuff that this guy shares is really interesting. At the same time, if I didn't know any better, just from my personal experience, I'm not throwing shade on this guy at all. He put a lot of work into this stuff, and it is really fun, really cool stuff, pretty interesting. But it kind of seems like he just eats a ton of like mushrooms all the time, and then just like takes notes and just like makes associations like through words and shapes and stuff like that. I'm sure it goes far beyond just making associations and assumptions. I don't know. This guy like lives this shit. I don't, but that's all I can picture, because I think that's the only way I could come up with a lot of this shit this guy shares. But yeah, good job, man. Good job. Really cool video.
Once your eyes are open to the true beauty of this realm, you can see it everywhere.
Did that guy really share a picture of Artox dying in the Swamp of Sadness from the Neverending Story? Like, bro, I think about that daily, still, after all these years, and just stopped thinking about it maybe like 20 minutes ago, and then you just reminded me again. Saddest scene in the movie, right next to when Littlefoot's mom died in The Land Before Time. Saddest shit ever.
Concerts are actually satanic rituals.
You know the big one that's going on right now. All these stadium shows right now are satanic rituals. And, because this is interesting, because you'd have to speak on this, that Taylor Swift is the daughter of Anton LaVey. Do you know the mother?
I don't know the mother. I don't know Anton.
Look up LaVey. Anton LaVey was basically the head of
Church of Saint.
But his chick is pretty much a carbon copy of Taylor. Taylor Swift's like the more beautiful version of his chick. Wow. But the ritual thing is pretty fascinating. They do a conjuring ceremony. The deepest conspiracy is that the energy, if you believe in energy, which I do, the people are helping fulfill it.
I think there is something inherently spiritual about concerts.
Yes.
I think when you've got thousands upon thousands of people pouring their energy to one person, I think it is a spiritual experience.
I totally agree with concerts being like a spiritual experience. Through all these videos that we watch and things we understand, like sound is like one of the most powerful things in existence, like vibrations. Vibrations can heal you, vibrations can hurt you, vibrations can control you. Different frequencies, vibrations, we see them in everything. That's what music is, right? That's why music is so appealing, because it makes you feel a certain way. So I can definitely see artists kind of leaning toward their beliefs, whatever they may be, whether it be Satanism, Christianity, whatever, and kind of like having kind of like a bit of a ritual around that. I mean, their music represents them, right? So depending on what they believe, there's a good chance that their music will represent more of what they do in the daily life and what they feel. So sure, yeah, I could definitely see that. The Taylor Swift LaVey clone thing is super interesting. I've seen a bunch of videos about that. But Anton LaVey was notoriously, yes, he was a Satanist, but he was notoriously an atheist. That version of Satanism, they don't believe in a creator at all. They just use Satanism basically as a symbol of like opposition of rebellion, essentially. So I'm not sure how that would, I guess, intertwine with like doing a satanic symbol, like for somebody that like worships Satan, or like worshiping like Malik or Baal, or all these other deities that we see in all these videos that we watch. But who knows? Maybe, probably. Yeah, I won't even say maybe. I'll say probably, because I don't fucking know. And there's a good chance that it happens.
When I say the rocks were alive, I meant the rocks were alive. Do you really think this is just coincidence? Do you really think this is just some pareidolia? We're not just seeing faces here. A whole lot more than just faces. A coincidence is going to the market and seeing your friend there at the same time. Pareidolia is seeing faces in clouds. This isn't seeing faces in clouds. Just think of where all that pink Himalayan salt comes from. Now people say that's not how fossilization works, or we got carbon dating, but how accurate is it? They lie to us about everything. Just look at some of this petrification. Some of these artifacts that have no explanation. Petrification and fossilization takes a lot shorter than they tell us. And in the right scenario, like one big massive cataclysmic event, you have a perfect petri dish for what you see here. Geology. That is nothing more than hardened biology. Question everything, friends. Especially the pink Himalayan salt. Until next time, friends.
I eat Himalayan pink salt all the time, and it is delicious. I eat it on everything. I put it in a glass in the morning with fresh squeezed lemon juice and pink Himalayan salt to hydrate myself. Those giants are delicious. That's all I gotta say. Delicious. At the body shop, $100 slowly.
There's a difference between a grimoire, which is a witch's book of spells, and Malleus Maleficarum, or Hammer of the Witches. Let me explain the difference. First of all, a grimoire is a book of spells, how to do magic. And that is what this book is. Now, this is a printed book with instructions on magic. However, Malleus Maleficarum is what was used against witches. This book was printed in 1486. Malleus Maleficarum, or Hammer of the Witches, the most sinister book ever written on demonology and witchcraft. Now, this is the witch hunting guide that was used from about 1500 till about 1750. This was the cause of over 100,000 people being put to death because they were accused of witchcraft. This told how to identify a witch, how to break spells, and then how to torture and get witches to confess, or people accused of witchcraft to confess. That is Malleus Maleficarum. Do not confuse that with a grimoire, which is a book of spells. Here is a grimoire. This one is in French. This one is on true black magic. Right here. So there are, those are differences. Do not confuse the two. If you have any questions or you have any comments, let me know in the comments.
That's super interesting. I love old books, man. I love history so much. The good, the bad, the ugly. I got a couple books on my bookshelf behind me that are over 100 years old. But, dude, I would love to have those old books, dude. I love just all that history behind, like, the spooky shit, dude. Like, demonology, witchcraft, ancient, mystical shit. Fucking wizards, witches, knights, dragons. Like, I love fantasy so much, and the real aspects, like the true aspects of life that fantasy, the derivative of, are super interesting to me. Also, my mother practiced witchcraft for many years when I was a kid, so I have some history being around that. I never did it. It was never my fucking thing. I was like an atheist like for as long as I can remember. So I thought it was kind of dumb growing up. But now that I'm an adult, it's interesting. You know, we learn more about energy and all this other stuff, and it's kind of interesting now to kind of see where my mom and so many other people, like kind of where their head is at, this headspace, and basically how they kind of navigate using energy or whatever to, you know, heal themselves or whatever, you know. So I know a lot of Christians watching this probably won't agree with that, but that's fine. That's your prerogative. I say it all the time. I'm not a very religious person at all. I'm open to everybody believing whatever they want, so long as it's not at the expense or harm of other people. I'm a truly accepting person in that sense. So, and I think that's how we all learn, you know. It's how we all learn how to coexist and learn how to progress and learn what's right for us, right? If you just learn about one thing, how do you know that one thing is what you truly belong to, right? So now my mother's not in witchcraft anymore. She's reverted back to Judaism. You gotta learn, man, and not just with religion and stuff like that, but like everything in life. If you're too afraid to try things, you just like, it's impossible for you to grow as a person. But yeah. Fun little history there. Can't wait to read the fucking comments. Just telling people that I grew up in a house around witchcraft. It's bad enough I get all the fucking shit with my Illuminati fucking symbol on my hand. It's the Eye of Providence, by the way, everybody. The first time this symbol was seen was in a Christian painting representing God, the Christian God. So get your facts straight.
What did Meek Mill say?
But if we get paid to rap about that stuff, they actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff, so I make sure
So they're told to push a certain narrative, right? Now, why would they do that? Seems like Ice Cube knows why. Recently, he was on the Club Random podcast, and this is what he said.
Same people who own the labels own the prisons. Literally the same people? Literally the same people. It seems really suspicious, if you want to say that word. The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
I mean, us conspiracy minds already knew, right? I did a video on this last year. And it must be well known in the industry. Listen to what Tekashi says.
I bet you there's rappers in here right now that can rap way better than me. You can rap way better than me. You will never be where I'm at because this industry is rigged. It's rigged.
And Tupac must have been presented with this information back then, because look at what he says about the future of rap. Listen.
Shit, I don't know. It depends on his balls. You know, if he's got big nuts like me, it's going to get way harder. But shit, if he's got little nuts, it's going to start getting back to a different type of rap. You know what I'm saying? Partying and f***ing and all of that type of shit. Because that's what we talk about when they don't let us talk about what we really want to talk about.
That is news to me, but it's also not surprising. That's crazy about the people owning prisons, also owning the labels, and just kind of like pushing a narrative to kind of incite violence and violent, you know, lifestyles, to kind of push more people in that direction, to potentially, you know, create an even bigger influx in incarceration to bring more profits through prisons. That is wild, man. If that's true, holy shit. Let me know if you have any information on that, because that's my first time hearing about that. But that is fucking wild, man. That is some nefarious fucking evil shit right there, man. If that's true.
The new goal is to cause an individual to become subservient to an imposed control, to the point where he will perform acts against his will and then have no memory of the act. The search for a real-life Manchurian Candidate begins. In the Hollywood classic directed by John Frankenheimer, a hypnotized soldier is programmed to assassinate a presidential candidate. Like a clip from the movie, the CIA attempts to create its own Manchurian assassins using hypnosis and drugs.
You create this new identity inside that's hidden from the main part of the person by an amnesia barrier. And then using an access code, you can call out this new identity for whatever mission purpose.
To produce such an assassin, the CIA faces two main challenges: how to induce amnesia and how to program in new behavior. In 1957, Dr. Ewan Cameron, an eminent psychiatrist in Montreal, believes he has the answers.
The agency sought him out because they had noticed his work, in particular with two techniques: intensive electroshock and what he called psychic driving.
Cameron applies his techniques under the guise of normal therapy.
It's hard to say just how awful and horrendous what Cameron proposed and what our government financed was. There's a three-part technique which started with an effort to wipe out past patterns of behavior. And this was accomplished through the use of particularly intensive, repeated, high-level electroshocks until no more convulsions could be elicited from a patient.
Cameron then plays tape-recorded messages through helmets that are locked to his patients' heads. This psychic driving forces them to listen to repetitive statements for weeks on end to program in new behavior.
Now, the final phase was to try to wipe out all recollection of what had happened, and that was accomplished by putting people to sleep for 30, 40 days, accompanied by different kinds of cocktails of drugs. Now, that's not any kind of therapy. That's a brainwashing experiment. Since the Greeks first started thinking about medical ethics, the first rule was do no harm. That's a rule Cameron broke.
For 4 years, the CIA fully funds Cameron's work, hoping to use his techniques to create a Manchurian Candidate. Psychiatrists throughout the nation, at hospitals, prisons, and some of the top universities, are similarly on the agency's payroll.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne. You have to think, man. This is like it said, the text above that video. Like, imagine the technology we have now and our abilities to do that. And we already know that through propaganda, you know, different frequencies, through TV, through radio, it's fucking radio. What am I, 80? Through music, all these different ways you can persuade people. And we've seen that. We've seen that this past couple of years, specifically with like the cultural divide in the U.S. specifically. I don't know much about elsewhere, but it's a fucking shit show here nowadays. Literally have the left and the right eating each other, and here I am in the middle, like, bro, you are crazy, and bro, you are crazy. Like, you know, like you can't be so far to one side only, and then, you know, expect to have everything right. It's so insane. But that's what it is, right? These people are basically like brainwashed. They're like put in echo chambers to only believe that what they feel and what they believe is the only right way. Especially with social media algorithms. I don't know if it's all intentional, but some of it definitely is. But with like the algorithms just showing you what you want to see, showing you more of what you like, and connecting with more people that are like-minded. You know, we spend probably like 90% of our fucking time on the internet nowadays and these fucking social media platforms, and basically creating this echo chambers of like, if I believe this one thing and I'm super against this other thing, I'm going to downvote this stuff. I'm going to have negative comments toward this stuff. Or if I like this thing, I'm going to have positive stuff on here. I'm going to post more things about this. I'm going to interact with this. And social media companies get paid when you interact with things. That way they like to buckle down and show you more of what you like and find out more of what you like, so they can show you things that you enjoy that you might potentially buy. So it's kind of to be expected that we're just in this like loop of just cognitive dissonance. At the same time, it's like circular dependency on the beliefs we already have instead of like going out and learning more. So you figure if you're stuck at home all day, especially during these past couple of years, a lot of these people are still just working from home and online and just detached from the real world. You're just seeing things that you like and talking to people that you agree with, and just hearing that the opposition of what you believe in is the fucking worst thing in the world. And then when you finally go out to interact in public with people that are not part of your social media echo chamber, and they have different beliefs and different opinions and different standings on different issues, like, you can't take it. You fucking crack. And that's why, like, you see some of these people like break down, whether they be fucking left or right. You know, they in these clips of these people breaking down, like the chick who broke down when Trump was elected. Like, we're in such a fucking place of just like enabling our own fucking insanity that when we're finally met with opposition in the real world, we don't know how to take it. We don't know how to fucking understand it. We can't comprehend how somebody can be so quote unquote stupid to not think the same way that we feel, because we've just had our beliefs confirmed and enabled for 3 years straight on social media, thinking, you know, that there's a very small minority that disagrees with us, when in reality, it doesn't matter what you talk about. The majority of people are probably going to disagree with you, and a good percentage of people that you run into in your daily life are going to disagree with you. So that's why we're seeing so many people fucking crack, because they're like, what? How are you so stupid to not feel the same way I feel? Well, because most people don't. You're just stuck in your little social media bubble that just shows you more of what you like and what you agree with. So, you know, get out in the real world more. Go touch some fucking grass. Go fucking, you know, howl at the fucking moon. Whatever you have to do to get out from in front of your fucking phone after you watch this video. And, you know, just fucking live, man. Go live. Go fucking meet some people. Go experience some real shit. All this shit online, this shit's just fucking, it ain't it, man. It ain't it. It's fun. It's cool. It can be helpful. It can be beneficial. You know, I love this community. I love talking to you guys, but like, I don't spend all my time online. You know, after I'm done, you know, with these videos and hanging out with you for a bit in the Discord and chatting with you on the live and stuff, like I fucking go outside, man. I go to the beach. I ride my fucking hoverboard. You know, I hang out with friends at coffee shops. Like, you know, you gotta get out, man. It's healthy. It's healthy to get out and experience things. It's healthy to be disagreed with. And it's healthy to have those difficult discussions and come to a place of, you know, at the very least compromise and understanding. And not just fucking be defensive at the very moment that somebody feels differently than you. That's not going to fucking help anybody. Shit's just going to fucking continue to fall apart. And shit's going to get harder for you. And you're not going to know how to actually approach issues if you don't learn how to deal with a little opposition. Okay, I'm done ranting. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Listen, I just saw this article and it freaked me out. Risk of extinction. It says on Tuesday, a group of hundreds of technology experts, including OpenAI CEO Sam Altman and AI pioneer Jeffrey Hinton, issued a stern warning about the potential risk of artificial intelligence. Quote, mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority alongside other social scale risks such as pandemics and nuclear war, says the statement from the Center for AI Safety. Oh no! What does that mean? These dudes, they're the ones inventing it, and they're like, uh-oh, because they know something we don't know.
But I thought it was just funny pictures and cool little sentences.
Wrong! They're coming for your brain!
No!
I want to take over your body.
Stop!
Brave emotion.
I don't want it all. Wait, Josh, hey.
Yeah.
You remember what you blacked out there? Yeah, are you okay?
I must do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're firing people that are like telling them like that we need to chill out too. I can't think of a specific scenario, but I'm pretty sure that there are like people that started this that are no longer a part of it, that are like, you know, that we stopped because we don't know how to fucking control this thing, and we're moving too fast, you know. Everyone's trying to fucking get to the finish line too fast and not creating those, you know, fail safes along the way. It's like Jeff Goldblum in Jurassic Park. They were so preoccupied with the fact that they didn't stop to think if they should. And don't get me wrong, man. I'm all for technological advancements. Like, I would love to live in a fucking high sci-fi, you know, interstellar, multi-planet species world, but it's just not in the cards right now. And moving this quickly on something that could potentially run shit and ruin shit for us if it's made the wrong way, like, slow down, dude. Like, I don't need to go to Mars that bad. But that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. This video was a little shorter, but you know, it's an extra one. It's an extra video this week. I had some extra time. You guys were super awesome last night on the live, and yeah, I mean, yesterday's video was just doing like really well. So, you know, I wanted to reward you guys and create another little bonus video for today. So that's 4 this week instead of 3. So, you know, it's a little bit shorter, but I slid it in between my normal work hours. So, you know, I do what I can, and I appreciate you watching and hanging out with me. If this is your first time watching, thank you so much. Consider liking and subscribing. It helps out a ton when you leave comments. And if you want to talk more, or you want me to watch videos that you have or that you've seen through like TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts or wherever, join the Discord. The link is in the description. You can post the links to the videos in there, and I'll watch them on the video like I did today. All the videos in today's video were sent by viewers and people in the Discord, so thank you so much for that. It's a super big help, and it's really cool to learn more about the stuff that interests you, and also learn more about these topics that I have very little knowledge on. So bear with me if I get shit wrong, and feel free to correct me in the comments, because that's why I'm here. This shit's fun. I want to learn more about it. Lucid Crew, my moderators, you guys are awesome. You can also check out merch or my SoundCloud in the link in the description. Links are in the description, is what I meant to say. The song that is playing right now is on my SoundCloud. It's called Secret Lover. I wrote it, produced it, mixed and mastered it. all that stuff. So there's a bunch of music on there too. So if you like this, feel free to go over there and check that out too. And without dragging this out any longer, because it's the longest outro in the history of YouTube already, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of your week. And until next time, Lucid Crew, thank you and peace.